Hmm.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let
Let
me
me
put
put
my
some
2 cents in it.
iCloud Drive. Yeah, I don't have it. Are we live? Oh,
That's fine.
what's up,
I'm
everybody?
so glad that you said that.
I was waiting for Max to clue in.
Thank you so much, because I was about to keep going about what we were gonna say.
What were we just saying, JD?
Nothing. Hey
On another note, check out this lighting. Oh, damn. Hold on. It's loading.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There we go.
Oh,
Ooh. We look so clear.
fancy.
Mhm.
Okay, do y'all want to announce it, or do y'all do like an announcement before the podcast? Like, do I need
Yeah,
a?
I do. We do need to do some housekeeping. Let me just remind you that anything we say on this podcast is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and do your own research. And please remember that we are simply collectors at heart, collecting what we love.
I don't
Welcome
condone this message from Max.
You say this message every time?
Yeah, we have to, because if
Okay.
Tasha says some bullshit about a collectible running up, she could get sued.
Yeah, guys, go out there and buy yourself some Star Wars collectibles. You'll
Which
become
ones, Tasha? Which
billion.
ones?
All of
Dollars.
them,
And become
except the
billionaires.
Jawas. Yeah, stack
But
them.
today, we have a special pod today. Look at my luxurious hair in this light. Oh my goodness. We have the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated, the original, the beautiful, the attractive, the smart, the gorgeous, the unconquerable, the sexiest
He's
woman
so
alive known
annoying.
to mankind ever. Oh my God. I can't believe
I'm
my
cringing
eyes.
for
I'm looking
you.
at her. She does really exist. Look, pinch yourselves, guys, because she's really here.
Wow,
The
you can
one.
see.
Homie, JD.
Babe, too much, too much. But hey
He
guys,
is too
I'm
much.
here with Max today because we are, after the podcast, we're at the casino.
I'ma
So
make it rain, ho.
yeah.
I'ma make it rain, ho.
Wait, is there any way that you can see the comments on here, babe?
Let me see. Can we see the
I
comments?
don't know, because we're on Max's phone, so I don't know.
Do you have
Comments.
you have your second phone? You could probably
There
open
we
it on
go.
the other phone.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That
Uh
is
huh.
such that is so smart, Tasha.
I
There
mean,
we
I have a
go.
smart idea once in a while here, but I see your magic's here.
There we go.
I
Here,
already see
put it right there.
it. Oh, cool. Okay.
There, we can see the comment.
Yay! Yay for the comments.
I feel like we have a lot to talk about.
We do.
Starting,
Do
well,
we?
we have your Legos that unfortunately we're gonna
Yo,
whatever
I
the fuck.
only put that as a title because when I made the podcast like last night, I was setting it up and I was sitting there. I was sitting here and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to title it this time. And I just spent the whole day yesterday building my Legos. So that's why we don't have to show my Legos, guys.
Oh
I
no,
want to see
we're
it.
showing the Legos.
I want to see the Legos.
Okay.
So that's on the agenda. The
Oh, okay.
Legos. Then we have
It
our
was a
peaks and
joke.
pits. Peaks and pits.
Well, I feel like this is going to be the whole
Then
episode, guys.
the diddler.
No, you cut out after 2. We didn't hear 3. Did you say did he for 3?
The diddler.
Okay.
Did he? Yes, the diddler. And then Hurricane Helene. Tosh.
Oh my god, I know. I know. There's so much. It's been a busy week. Peaks and pits. Let's start with yours.
Babe, what are your peaks and pits of the week?
I have to look.
Today is Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a good peak. So
Okay.
Max and I went to our state fair.
Ooh.
And Max is actually going to be working on some content that we made. They're just having fun and like
I can't wait to
recording.
see it in 6 months.
And we had so much fun, and it was just Max and I that went, and we didn't go last year. We ate a lot of cool food, which you'll eventually see in the content that Max will put out in 6 months from now. And And we saw we ate some really yummy food and we walked around and just took the whole state fair in. And then we saw that day there was a Selena tribute band.
First of all, let me stop you there. Do
Ooh.
you know who Selena is?
I like obviously I know who she is, like the legend of Selena. I just don't like I haven't really dove deep. You know, I haven't listened to her songs on the regular.
So who do you think she
I,
is?
like I know who she is. She's like a really famous singer.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed. That's crazy. You see that Max and I always have this conversation that like if Selena wouldn't have died, would she still have been, well, I don't know. I guess we'll never know, but
Relevant.
yeah, Max always says no, and I always think that she was a very talented girl. So I think that she would have, I don't know
I
how
think
big she would
so.
have made it, but I think she would have made it.
I think
But
honestly, this might be a little controversial, but I think she would have been more famous than J Lo, and I know J Lo played her in a movie.
So I don't want any of
Oh,
Diddy's any celebrity slash Diddy's henchmen coming after me, but I hope J Lo's bodyguard doesn't hurt me. But I personally don't think that she would have had the career that she had if it wasn't for Selena's death.
oh, 100%, bruh. She had her career that she had because of a lot of things that the diddler put up for her.
And mind you, I'm sure she's a hardworking individual. I know that there's fans out there that really love her and are
Of course.
devoted to her and, all that good stuff. And I mean, the secrets that were kept, especially with this whole Diddy thing, I'm sure she
Yeah.
kept um, lot of secrets for him.
They
You
have
think she's
big
got a message?
clodsets. Let's just say that. They got big closets
Yes.
out there.
Yes. You got a message with him?
Magic wants to know why she's not the peak of the week.
Oh my, she's the peak of the century. Like she's the peak of my life. I mean, we're just talking about a
Oh,
mere week.
Max.
Yeah, baby, you're my
Max,
peak.
I have
She's my
an
peak.
interview question for Max. So how does it feel, being downgraded?
Being demoted?
Yeah.
I've been listening
Hmm.
to Lonely, I'm so lonely, and Hello Darkness, my old friend. I've been listening to all these kinds of songs. But it's okay. It's okay.
Those are
I
my
won't have
comfort
my
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky to say that I have my soulmate that I live my life with, which is this beautiful man, and then I have my girl soulmate that's thousands of miles away, but it feels like she's close to me every time I talk to her, and she knows who she is. Special magical lady.
Max just looks so sad.
Oh, babe, why'd you look so suspicious at those guys?
I saw people passing
I
by.
know.
I got scared for a second because.
Oh, are you embarrassed, Max, that you're podcasting out there in public? How are you sitting here being all like this when you're the one that wants to have an in-person type of event?
Speaking of in person, we've been
No, we're not doing it.
how do you guys feel out there in the podcast world about me and Tasha doing an in-person podcast for our 50th episode? How do you guys feel about that? I don't know.
So the thing would be that I would have to send Max on his own, so you would just have to protect him from me, Tasha.
Can you do that, Tasha?
No guarantees. No guarantees.
I just would you be mad if I actually tackle you like when I see you? Like
Probably because my ankle still has been giving me some issues lately. So if you tackle me and fuck up my ankle, I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, just be ready. Just be
I'm
ready.
not ready because it ain't happening. I feel like it's time to get my passport right now and leave the country.
I'll follow you. You can't escape me, Tosh. Hurricane tornado Tosh.
Okay, so my pit.
Oh yeah. We gotta stay on topic, my bad.
I don't really have a pit.
No?
No.
No, I mean I had a really tough day at work yesterday. So I
Mm.
guess I mean, I'm grateful for my job and I'm grateful for what I do, but sometimes you just have those patients um it's just a really sad case, and I have to remind myself not to take that home with me, but it's tough sometimes. So I guess that would be my pit.
Tasha, did you have a good day at work today?
I had actually a great day.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
good.
Yeah,
I had a great day. I had a lot of entertainment in my day today.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
happy too.
Thank
I'm
you.
good. That's going well for you.
And
Oh, it's
oh,
going great.
what was your
Bitch.
peak and pit, Tasha?
Wow. God. Peak. It sounds wild to say, but obviously the hurricane tracking was definitely a highlight of my week.
You
Um
psycho.
but obviously the pit is the fucking destruction that it caused. Um what else was there? My Legos arrived yesterday, so I got my Legos from my birthday and I built them. So that was a highlight. You remember when I told you a long time ago about the story about my building, how there's like always an ambulance that comes for like the same person? So when
Yeah,
I left my house today to go to work, guess what was outside?
the ambulance. You took a
Yup.
picture
Yeah.
Wait, why did they always
I
pick this
always
person
need
up?
receipt.
because she's an old
Yo,
lady.
yeah, I don't know, but they were there. As soon as I opened the door, I saw it. I'm like, yo, again. This is how we start the month off. Um, what else?
You're gonna be real
I
sad
think
when they
that's
come
about
pick
it.
her up for the last time.
Yo, I probably won't notice for a while until I'm be like, wow, it's been a minute, and then it'll sink in,
Yeah,
you know.
and then your place gets haunted.
That's okay.
Well, the bad
Um,
thing would be is if you stop seeing the ambulance and it's been a minute and then you have a smell
yeah,
somewhere. That would be bad
yeah,
and sad and definitely a pit
yeah, definitely.
for that week.
But yeah, for that week, and there'll be a new one next week. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else. What about you, Max?
Well, I'm almost afraid to say because I already know Tasha. Oh, this is my new favorite team. Whatever, whatever. But we lost my basketball game yesterday. Go ahead,
I mean,
Tosh.
that was expected.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's it. That's all I have. I mean,
Oh, okay.
wow, you
Oh,
lost. I expected
good,
it.
good. My peak of the week was also going to the fair. We had a whole bunch of good food. We made
Mm.
some videos. We took well, what else did we it was just fun. It's the most Texas place on earth, by the way. And we took pictures with the
Mm.
guy. There's a statue that's like always there. His name is Big Tex. He's really,
Yeah.
really tall. And we took a picture with Big Tex.
Babe, you're not giving him enough credit. He's a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend in
He's
Texas.
like the man. Like
Yeah,
he's like the statue.
the guy. And he says, "Hello and welcome to the Texas State Fair." And then sponsored by and then
And one time, Tasha, like I'm telling you, this guy is such, or like this statue, I should say. His name is Big Tex. He's such a big deal. One
Yeah.
year, like years ago, he caught on fire. So this is like a new remade one.
yeah.
Caught on fire. He was literally like still talking and on
Mm-hmm.
It was the
fire.
most horrific thing.
And people were recording it. There was people like, so there's like a little area where people go and like they take their yearly big text photo with their families or whatever. There were people like
Mm-hmm.
crying. Like
Big Texas
Oh my
on fire.
god.
It was a big
like,
deal in Texas.
yeah,
Like,
it was like it was really bad, like really bad.
Google him real quick, Tasha. Big Tex, so
Big
you can see what he
Tex.
looks like. Yeah, and then describe what he looks like.
Oh god. And describe
Yeah,
Jesus. Big Tex. It keeps coming up as Big Tex trailer manufacturer.
dude. Big Tex State Fair.
State
Texas State
Fair.
Fair.
Big Tex State Fair. Yeah. Gooch is in
Oh
the
my
building. What's
god.
up, Gooch? What does he look like?
I see. I mean there's there's lots of different versions, but
Yeah. Every year he wears something different, and it's always made by Wrangler.
it
I didn't
kind
know that.
Mhm.
of
He has a different shirt every year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, there's a train nearby.
I don't know how to describe him, but for some reason all I had the urge is to like go into the comment section and at Nexus. You know? When I see weird shit on Twitter, I just like to at Nexus it. And this is something I would have had him.
Whatever
I
happened to Nexus? He just pops in and out like I don't know.
he
He's
pops in and out all the time, but I love to just find the weird shit and tag him
And send it to
for
him. That's
YOLOs.
funny.
Yeah, cause then he does interact. Cause he's always like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "I know you're alive." That's all I'm checking.
Oh, then do it, and then put Max too. That way Max can tell him about it. That would be
You
fun.
can
he's
give
like a
him the whole
Texas.
story.
Hell yeah, Texas legend.
He's
I actually want to be him for
interesting.
Halloween.
Big Tex.
Yeah. Are you gonna be Woody again for Halloween, Tosh?
I mean, I still got that shit.
I might need to get my Vader gear. That's gonna be 1 week before I see you. That podcast.
1 year before you see me, yeah.
So, what was your pit, babe?
Losing my basketball game.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't there for
That
the game.
sucks. It sucks to be you.
Sorry to bring it up again. I totally
Yeah.
forgot you said
It's
it.
past trauma.
No, let's bring it up again. Like let's discuss it. Let's go deep dive into it. Do you
Okay.
have any
Well,
like video clips about you like missing the basket that you could have potentially won but you didn't
no,
because you lost?
I didn't really miss much, but the problem is they didn't miss anything, and that was man. Like they were just they could close their eyes and shoot, and they would hit it for some reason. It was just their day, and sometimes it's just the opponent's day, and sometimes it's just not your day. It is what it
So
is.
the other team would be really good at repopulating, is what you're saying.
Repopulating. What the hell?
Yeah, they never miss.
Natasha just try to make a funny right now. Did you just try it?
No, it just popped in my head when you said that.
Okay.
That was good.
Okay,
That was
Tash.
good, Tasha. At first, I was like, "Where are we going with this?"
I was like, we're talking about basketball. What are we doing?
I know, but my mind ended up in the gutter. The second you said that they didn't miss, I'm like in the gutter trying to listen to what you said. But
Well,
all
that's a
I was
great
thinking
transition
about,
to the diddler.
I mean, what better
So,
way can we transition to?
no better way than repopulation.
Mhm.
Whether
Mhm.
was it
Forced
forcefully?
repopulation.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it can be.
So
At
on the
least,
scale
at
of
least he has enough baby oil to keep all them kids.
yeah,
Mm.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how in danger do you think Taylor Swift is of being implicated in any of these charges?
Um, I'm putting her at a level of like 2. But
Oh, okay.
I'm putting Jay-Z on a level of like 100 on this scale. Just saying.
What number do you give Kanye?
Mm, that's a good one. Um, I was reading an article the other day about like a little bit about more of the Kardashians' involvement, and it kind of I didn't realize like I knew Corey Gamble was a little sus, but I was digging deeper into it, so I saw that and I was like, well, he's obviously been with Chris for so long. I I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye was up there too, you know?
Really?
Can
Yeah.
before we
But I don't think he's high up. But
Jamie
I
has
think
spent
he knows. I think he knows and he's aware of it and he's participated a little, but I don't think he's like would be as incriminated as like Jay-Z, Beyonce, like a lot of others.
Me either. He doesn't strike me. I mean, you never know, but I
I
don't
mean,
think
yeah, he's a
Kanye.
little crazy, but it's like
But not that type of crazy. I don't think.
Yeah.
But Jay has been implicating like all sorts of different people all day today, and I'm like, babe, let's just name everybody. Like, just
You know
Yo, the
what?
list. Hmm.
This, first of all, this case is so sad,
Oh yeah.
so sad, and
It's wild how long it's gone for.
that's one of my biggest things that I told
Like,
Max.
he's been doing this since the 90s. Like, this shit's been a regular for him. He's gotten comfortable. He's gotten comfortable enough to the point where like now there's like cracks in it that they're able to slide in with lawsuits now because of it. But he's gone like decades keeping people's mouths shut. That's insane. Can't
That
keep 50's
that
mouth
is
shut
a
though.
that's a level of power that I can't understand,
Mm-hmm.
is quieting people. I mean, unless
Yep.
you kill them, like if they're no longer breathing and living, then I
Oh,
understand
but
that.
which
also
he
look
had.
at
Well,
look
the
at the
dead
list of
people.
people that have died that are like in his orbit, he has some blood on his hands. No doubt about it.
I don't doubt that, but it's like
No doubt about it.
I don't know. And then okay, before we go further, can you please tell me, since
Hmm.
you've read up a little bit,
Tasha might be them.
who who is Corey? Like who is he? Like what
Corey
significance,
Gamble.
and
I
like,
know he's so weird because he's like famous for like the most stupidest reasons. Like at one point he used to be because I know Justin Bieber is wrapped up heavily, obviously, in like the whole Diddy situation, and I think a long time ago, I'm pretty sure he was like his life coach. So like I think, and that was around the time when like Justin was in the middle of this thing too. So like that's why I think like he's like a big part of like finding people for Diddy and bringing them in, like life coaching them
Corey
into like.
guy?
Mhm.
Oh man.
But yeah, he's currently, well, I don't think they're married, but he's been with Kris Jenner, like the mom of the Kardashians, for like ever now. They've been dating for years. He's like on their show and everything. So it's like I don't doubt that the Kardashians are involved for sure. Like that's the thing.
Really?
Like you start yeah, like they're aware. Like they have to all be aware of it first of all. And there's a lot of things going around with like all the parties and stuff, like how they always have like the Diddy parties, but then the freak offs are after. But you look at all the main parties and like you look at the guest lists that were there, and it's like all of these people, and like it's always like because you hear stories about some celebrities. I can't remember exactly which ones, but there's a few of them that had interviews that are like you go to the parties but you don't want to stay past for the late parties. There's a couple of
Yeah.
interviews I remember seeing some celebrities saying that, and it's like they were obviously aware enough about what happens after the party at the freak offs to not want to be a part of it. Like there was obviously the rumors and stuff going around in like their A-list group or whatever, so like they had to have known something, at least like little bits, so that most of them probably stayed away from the freak offs as much as they could, but still attended the main parties to be a part of the social scene.
Isn't that wild though, guys?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's the thing, like with Hollywood, like everybody always looks at Hollywood as like such a big fun fabulous thing, but it's like there's the darkness behind it is so much more.
yeah. Yeah, it actually, I feel like it's more like they portray it as something so glamorous and
Mm-hmm.
beautiful and like something that people want, but I feel like it's more of like just a
You don't want it.
prison. Like you're
Yeah,
just trapped there, and if you know something,
then you're gonna
and
get
I don't.
blackmailed to keep your
Right,
mouth
right.
shut.
Or you won't get to work, or they'll come after
Exactly.
you,
The
or
the famous part is with Cat Williams when he did that one interview a while ago, and he said like he was offered so much money, like $50 million multiple times, basically to keep his mouth shut for things. And it's like it's either you accept it and you keep your mouth shut and be a part of it, or you get shunned and like your career gets like fucked. Like that's the power. It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was listening a little bit to the what is it called? That video that we watched, babe. It was a news report. Um
With like the police and stuff.
yeah. What is that word?
I don't know, but it's like the head of the police and the like the lawyers and stuff. The
What is
press
the
press
press conference? Oh,
press
press
conference.
conference. Yes. So I was
Okay,
we
I
were
was like, I
listening.
don't know where you're going.
I could that word just escaped me. So listening to the press conference, I mean, they're adamant about even if you didn't commit these
Mhm.
like heinous things, but you knew about it, you watched it, you didn't say anything, like you're going
They're
down.
going after the banks, the hotels, the restaurants, the club owners. Like they're going after everybody.
But
That's
you have to
man.
it's I mean, kind of rightfully so in a way because if you got to the point where you were covering up a lot of these crimes, like you're just as much a part of it as the
Mm-hmm.
people involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could have at least like spoke up or said something or done it. Like even it, yeah, that's the thing though, because like you never know what people are going through in the times too, because like they could just like all the manipulation and everything behind the scenes, you don't know what exactly situation they were put in. But still, like I get it in a way. And also too, I think about it this way too, because so many celebrities, especially like so many of them own or have like parts in companies, you know? So it's like
Yeah.
a lot of the companies that they're probably going after, if you actually look into the companies, I guarantee you're probably going to find a celebrity or two that are backing behind it that are going to be
Mm-hmm.
involved. Because it's like,
Yeah. I
because
mean,
that's the
there
thing
has
I
to.
think about. That's the thing I think about too. Because it's like, yeah, most of the freak off parties happened at Diddy's place, but I guarantee you there were a lot of them too that happened out and about in different like locations, like obviously hotels and like I wouldn't be surprised if they were like in a club behind in like a back room or whatever, like
And Tasha, you know who has clubs?
hmm,
Jay-Z.
I know.
You
I
know
know.
who would
I
really
wonder where Jay-Z's been all this time since, Diddy's
probably
been out
outside the
there.
country at this point. You probably get his ass
Uh,
outside.
Hey, Casual.
So casual, casual in the building. No, but you know who would actually let me down? Like if it comes out that like something happened because
hmm.
I admire this person just like as a I guess as a man, I guess whatever. But
Yeah.
LeBron James, like if something
Mm,
happened with LeBron, I'd be like, damn, that
I
would be because
mean,
LeBron's squeaky clean. Like he's got nothing on his
I
record, like as far as
mean,
scandal.
he's probably one of the more innocent ones, but I mean, I won't be surprised to see footage of him at a party,
No,
you
well,
know?
he's been at Diddy parties. Like,
Yeah,
there's footage of him at parties,
yeah.
but I mean,
And that
but
But
that
he
doesn't
he
imply
probably he
anything. And you
probably
would
he probably heard the rumor of you don't stay
and got
after
out.
midnight and
Yeah,
got
yeah,
out. Yeah.
yeah. Because just because you go to the party, that doesn't imply anything. I mean, just
No,
Obama was
because
at the party. Oh shit,
yo, the
Obama.
Obama I watched so many Obama conspiracies like 2 weeks ago about his involvement, like potential. That shit was mind boggling. Have you seen the
wait,
Chrissy
guys.
Teigen video about Obama?
No.
No.
Oh, there was like this video going around of like Chrissy Teigen, and then John was beside her in like a red carpet interview, and like I can't remember. They asked her like what was the like weirdest place that you guys like did it, and she said something about like the Obama thing, and then John got like real like awkward, and then she realized she said too much, and then people like figured out that it had something to do with like Obama and Diddy, like a joint party or something. Yeah,
Girl. Okay.
yeah,
This is what I also think. Like
yeah.
people who went to the Diddy parties aren't automatically like guilty. And or
Not
if
necessarily.
people Right. And or if people heard rumors, oh, hey, like maybe some wild stuff happens after like a certain time. If you don't want to be here, then go. That also doesn't mean that they fully know like what was happening at, and oh my god, guys, the
I
fact that
mean,
we call them like freak offs, like like
no,
there's like
no, it's so weird.
like that's
You could have
they
chose
might
a
have just
different name.
I don't what I think is people who were at these like the freak off part of it, they
Mhm.
don't talk about it as openly. Maybe they're like, hey, some wild stuff happens, or hey, some really if you're really into some crazy stuff, stay. And then once you decide to stay,
Um, Not
once you
necessarily,
decide
because there was this interview I watched too. I can't remember what rapper it is, dude. I don't know any of these like new generation rappers. I think it was like the baby or something. I can't remember.
the baby.
I don't know. I can't remember his
That's his
name.
name?
Yeah.
The baby?
Best rapper out here, the baby. Listen.
Oh, the
You
baby.
want me to
Yeah.
Okay.
you want me to rap a verse for you?
But
Nah.
Alright.
but there was
Nah.
an interview, and I'm pretty sure it was him, and he was talking about how he went to like a Diddy party, and then he was invited to like the after party, and he went, and he was just like talking about how like he felt so wild being there because he was in a room with like less than 20 people, and like the company he was with, he said he used as an example like it was like Beyonce, Jay-Z level company. So like he was talking about it like it was like a wow, what the fuck type of moment, but it's like obviously like that was kind of them like bringing him in. And there's a theory too that people have that Beyonce has like she's not innocent in this, and she was the main reason because Beyonce has such star power, like such a legend thing around her, right? So they used her basically to like get people to come in because they're like, oh, Beyonce's here, and who's gonna turn down the moment to meet Beyonce, so it's kind
That's
of
true, girl.
yeah.
Magic says she knows a Vivi person that went to a Diddy party. I remember when I went to a Diddy party, I didn't really see nothing like that. It was just
Baby, you ain't never been
Magic,
to
don't
no
lie, it
Diddy
was you.
party. You ain't never been to no Diddy party. But I'm just curious to see. Honestly, I'm curious to see a few things. I'm curious to see if they'll even like come out and like say who is implicated. I'm curious to see if they're really going to be punished. Like if there's really going to be some serious like, okay, you committed this crime, this is what's going to happen. And I'm curious to see if Diddy's even going to survive.
Yo, I
I'm
won't be
curious if it's
surprised
a
if he
male or a
doesn't make
female,
it till
Magic.
Christmas.
Magic, is it
Yeah.
a male or a female, Magic?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
I
surprised
don't
he's still
predict Diddy
alive
to
right
be
now.
alive. Yeah, I think my prediction, Diddy ain't gonna be breathing by 2026.
2025,
And that's
girl.
being generous. Yeah, that's being generous.
He
Like
he won't make it past Comic Con San Diego.
yeah, like and here's the thing with the case. So like I do hope that we do like see the justice, and like we get more people like named, and like them actually getting charged like rightfully for their crimes and involvement and everything. But then I look at the Epstein thing and I'm like, we're still waiting for a lot of that shit to move along, And like I'm hopeful that they'll push this one more, but also I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of sweep it under the rug after a while.
No, I don't think this one's going away. I don't think.
Yeah, like every day gets better, and I'm really thinking that it's gonna get pushed further, all just because of 50 Cent.
And you know what may be the difference with this case, Tasha? Because I see what you're saying, and that may be a possibility that after a while it just dies. With Epstein, like no one really knew who he was. Like he was just this
it's true.
man that like appeared everywhere. Like with Diddy, like Diddy has like a presence.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
But I think it's like I think it'll be too much of a a shakeup to the industry, because if you look at it, like, the amount that this will affect the music industry in general will be
Yep.
huge, right? Because it'll take
Yep.
out a majority of, like, the top people. Um, so, like, I think
Agree.
I think in a way, like, all the people working behind the scenes, obviously, in the industry are afraid of that, because once they start to lose, like, person by person, like, there goes their money, right?
Yep. And I also think that even if like someone is slightly mentioned with this, it's gonna severely hurt their career, like in the public.
And I mean, good, because if you were a part of it, like,
Yeah.
you deserve to have a hit, because let's be honest, like, most of your career was built on, like, dirty shit.
But
So, like,
what if you just were there and like weren't a part of anything, but still you got implicated just because you were there? Like that sucks too for those people.
They're where though? Like they're at the parties, or if you witness like these acts, like if you witness these acts and
yeah.
you're just
Like, there's
there.
a
Yeah, but if you
difference. Like,
didn't,
the innocent ones that, like, were there for the party, for the social scene, I don't think will be that affected. But, like, the
No, me
ones
neither.
that were, like, that have the deeper connection
Yeah.
are gonna obviously get
If
outed.
you see like someone getting hurt, like God forbid, like a child, like getting
Yo, don't
really hurt or like beat up, like let's not take it to the Diddy extreme. Like you see them getting beat up, you're not just gonna turn around and just be like, "Oh, I'm here watching this kid get beat up, and I'm not gonna tell anybody." Like that I mean, would there be people that would do that? Sure, but like,
well, they were.
yeah. There
yeah,
were, and the sad thing is a lot of those people too, like, that's the thing, because that's where the line does blur, because, like, I won't be surprised if people did see shit, didn't speak up, because they were under the influence, you know? Because, like, the drugs, they were they were out there in the air basically at all these parties, right? So, people probably saw stuff and didn't realize, because they weren't in their right of mind. But still, like, yeah.
and again, like we're coming from a place of like, well, personally, me, I can say I'm coming from a place where I don't know, like I don't know what it is to be on drugs. I don't know what it is to
Yep.
drink a lot, like that's not. But for people who get addicted to those things and put themselves in those situations, like it's kind of hard to say, but it's like a
Yeah,
choice, you know.
it's kinda like your own fault for doing that in a way,
Yeah,
but
so
also, like,
and
it's
again,
like a
like I'm
weird
coming.
gray area.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends because they were also saying that like Diddy would like force them to take drinks and force them
Yeah.
to
Yeah, and
Yeah.
So
that's
There's
that's
there's like a video I saw too of, like, Diddy, I can't remember who it was. It was, like, the daughter or granddaughter of someone famous, and she was, like, next to Diddy at a party, and he kept, like, handing her these shots to take, and you can clearly see her in the video, like, faking, like, taking the shot. So, like, it's like they knew that shit was spiked.
yeah.
but see like she that sucks that like she had to fake take a shot and couldn't just say no I'm good. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy that she
Yeah.
didn't feel comfortable enough to do that.
What I
Yeah, and
hope, what I
and that's, like, just the before party too. Like, imagine what was happening in the after parties.
Yeah.
yeah. And that's where it gets kind of like it's also a big gray area because you get abused, like you get
Mhm.
forced and abused and used by like these big stars, and you're just coming out like you're you're a victim, things, but you also don't want to lose your career, and this changes things for your family. And I mean, my hope is like there's so much like what if this that, like, and you don't always know the full story of what like people are going through. So I just
Mhm.
hope that the people who were like maliciously behind this and who just didn't say anything for their own gain there's justice there, because
Yeah.
I tell Max, and I keep
It's
telling Max, and it keeps breaking my heart. But the person that I keep thinking about is Justin. I don't know
well
why I
that
have like this
yeah.
feeling
See,
that
with
bad
that
things have
situation,
really, really
it's
happened to him.
oh yeah, for sure. It's weird because especially with like the Justin situation, it's like Diddy had like I can't remember what he called it, like his Diddy camp or whatever, where he invited Usher, and Usher was like a teenager at the time, and I remember
Tasha,
it
Tasha,
was
Tasha, hold on. We can't hear a damn thing. I don't know what just happened here.
is it
Hold
me?
up.
Is it
Hold on, no,
me?
no. I think you're good. Hold on.
Is
Yeah,
Okay,
it
you're back. You're
me?
back. You're back. Sorry.
Okay. Oh,
we're
it's
good.
okay.
We're good.
Can you hear us?
Okay.
I can hear you, but I can also hear myself.
Hold on. Hold on.
I can't hear myself. I'll whisper. That's not
Hold on.
whispering. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like whispering, but I'm so loud in your side.
How about now?
Um,
Better?
I mean, I can still hear myself, but it's fine. Oh wait, no, I think it's better now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Good.
Okay. So yeah, so like I remember like I watched like a whole hour-long video about this situation. No, it's not better. Anyways, so Diddy had like his Diddy camp or whatever, and he had Usher go to it when he was in his teens, and that was like when he was first bringing Usher into the scene. And like, I mean, there was a situation. It's wild. I'm not gonna say it, but let's just say Usher ended up in the hospital from an injury.
Damn.
And yeah, and so years later, like he was obviously a victim of Diddy and all of that shit. And then years later, when Justin was coming into the scene, there's like the videos that go around all the time when Diddy was like, "Oh, Usher gave me Justin for 48 hours," or whatnot. And at that time, like Usher obviously went through it already. He knows everything basically. And when he like brought Justin obviously into the industry, he willingly basically gave Justin to Diddy so that basically he can get away. He kind of gave him like something new. So like that's the thing. It's so difficult because you look at that and it's like he was a victim, but he also participated in giving another person in his place essentially so he can back away. So like it's such like, and it's been decades of that, right?
Yeah.
So like that's why it's so hard.
That's why I feel like there could be a podcast just on this, because there's so many. It's like so like many webs, and it's so intertwined, and it's not just as simple. Like some of them are very simple, like, hey, you did this shit,
Oh yeah.
and then some of them are more complicated.
The recent one I watched too was like about JLo, and it's like somebody was like roasting the fact that like you look at all of JLo's like past marriages and like how everyone says she's crazy, but the only one person that she's been with that said that she's like one of the best and have regrets is Diddy. So it's like
I'm sure you do, bro.
yeah. So it's like you look at that and you're like, okay, so like obviously all those guys probably found out something about her.
Do you think if they would have accepted his bond, you think he would have fled the country? Of course, right?
He would have probably tried, but I think there's probably enough like FBI and whatnot on his ass to like make sure that he doesn't, because it's so hot the case. So
And
I mean,
then
I feel like he would try his best.
You have to think everybody right now who even was like in the radius of a Diddy party is like, did I do anything? Like, was I anywhere where anything happened? Like, you got some.
I'm sure they left the party thinking that.
The amount of people that are like shitting bricks right now is
Oh,
like, I don't think
100%.
we even understand like how deep it is.
Do you know what made me laugh today? I was coming home and I was scrolling on Instagram and I came across a Levi's ad with Beyonce and I was sitting there. I'm like, yo, she's getting ads. Like like people are reaching out to give her ads while she's obviously tied into this thing right now. Like that's what I mean. Like,
Well, no, she's not. She's not officially tied to anything right now. This is all just
I
speculation.
mean,
Nation.
I
Shout out to
mean,
Lily.
it's all speculation, obviously, but I mean, let's be real.
I mean, yeah. Right now,
Let's be
actually,
real.
nobody
Things
is.
add up quite. Yeah, technically nobody has been like set in stone like this is what happened type of thing. It's all conspiracies and theories and allegements. But like
the the reason why I feel like it's bigger than what we can imagine is there
mhm.
has been no names leaked because they want to keep this so like tight. Like they want
They
to
want
make
to
sure they
dot their
have
I's,
every
cross their T's.
exactly
Yeah.
before they say anything because they're like, we're not gonna let any of y'all get off on this, and that's crazy. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Maybe for once, like there will be real justice. Like it doesn't
I
matter
hope
where you
so.
are, who you are. Um, yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah, there's just a few
crazy
people that
story.
definitely need to have the justice, and Diddy's one of them. And I'm sorry, but I feel like Jay-Z is probably another.
Stop playing,
Sorry,
Tasha.
Max. Sorry, Max.
You can't say I feel like the man deserves justice just because I feel like it. Like you gotta have a reason to
No,
just
I
because
mean,
I like
come
him.
on. No. Just like all of everything that's followed Jay-Z throughout his entire like career. Come on. The amount of like friendships and connections he's had, the way his career's gone. He used to be
So
best friends with R. Kelly. Look at where
Babe.
that's at. He's best friends with Diddy. Look at where this is at. You're
Trust me.
telling me that he's best friends with these people, but don't have no part in any of this shit? You telling me
Yeah,
that?
yes,
Okay.
trust me when I say like I love Jay-Z's music. I wish shit. I hope and pray that Beyonce's not part of this because it would just
No.
be so hard. I hope like n- I wish none of this situation ever happened and like people could just have consenting freak offs with no minors and no drugs. Like, have all the threesome and
Consenting.
orgies every single day of your life if that's what you want. Like, go for it,
Uh,
but like keep it legal. Like, but
consensual freak
yeah.
offs.
Consensual freak offs.
like where there's no power play, right? But
Mhm.
babe, you can't at
Not.
least like
It's
think.
not. I know Jay Z.
Okay.
Now Taylor Swift, I
Okay.
can't vouch for.
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
You know what though, Tasha? Like for real, they're saying that the people who are involved will shock you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is like America's sweetheart. Like that would be shocking.
That would be
Yo, we're
shocking.
talking about Prince Harry.
Yo, I mean, I already knew that.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
wild.
come on. There's a few things in that royal family that I'm like, like I mean, you look at Prince Andrew, he's got away with so much shit. How is he still there, right now and not locked up? I won't be surprised if Prince Harry's involved. Like, yo, there's so many
Janie
people.
was
Like,
naming
yo,
every fucking body today.
Oprah's involved. Ellen DeGeneres, like, yo, there's like,
No,
Will
yeah,
Smith?
yo,
no.
Will
Will
Smith for
Smith?
sure. Will
For
Smith
sure.
handed his kids. Yo, he handed off his kids to that world.
Uh,
I'm telling
Tasha
you,
just be
Jaden and
implicating
Willow,
everybody.
Jaden and Willow got
Fucking,
fucked up, and it's all because Will and Jada gave them off.
I think your next door neighbor that the ambulance comes for every day is implicated too. Everybody.
Yo, I mean,
Oh
throw her
man,
in there.
if that is true, that is so sad, guys. This situation is so
Hmm.
sad.
Yo,
My
it's like huge.
My heart goes out to like all the people who have been hurt and like have been put in those situations. Like again, I go back to Justin. He had such a beautiful voice. He was so innocent. Like he was just this cute kid that was singing at some stair steps.
All he wanted to do was sing his
All
heart
he
out.
wanted to do was sing and like share his art.
That's all he
And
wanted.
he's just been shared throughout all of Hollywood.
Allegedly.
I mean, I feel it. That man is in pain. That man is in pain. Like you could see it. But
Yeah.
imagine being born to parents. And again, this is all speculation, right? Like who, you know, whatever the truth is. But imagine being born to parents that then like release you into the same industry that you know causes so much pain to people with and around people who you may have, you know, the thought that okay, this person is not a good person. Like,
Well, that's the
oh
thing
my
with
God.
the parents. Like a lot of them are not aware necessarily of how dark it is. Like I remember
Oh no, I'm talking about
watching.
Will and Jada. I'm talking about like if that
I
situation
mean,
is true.
because yeah, well, that's not, I mean, it's all alleged, but I'm here saying it first. It's true.
Fucking. Tasha's
Tasha's
not.
like, I'm
she-
here to say the
No
truth.
wonder you're in Canada, because in America it's innocent until proven guilty. But in Canada, that shit is backwards.
I got my sus meter out. Yeah, no.
That's not how
Yeah,
it
like
sounded at the press conference, honey.
Tasha's talking about you're gonna have to prove you're innocent because you
yeah,
are
you
guilty
gotta prove
right
it to
now.
me. Everyone's guilty right now. You're fucking guilty, Max. But not like
I know.
no parent.
That
The thing with Jada and Will too, it's like it goes back too. Like like their whole thing goes way back too with like even Tupac. And Tupac's a huge part in like Diddy's like takeoff, right? So like they've been mixed in with the whole situation for years. So like it's not surprising that they went through a lot of shit beforehand. So then they grew up with all this trauma. They had kids, and same thing kind of with Usher in a way, you know? How can I
Yeah.
keep myself away from him now? I need to offer new blood.
Sacrifice.
Yep.
girl.
Well, listen, I'm about to go play some poker, and I want to end this pod on some positive vibes, if we could.
So are we gonna talk
So
about the hurricane now?
Hurricane Helene.
What the hell? We were talking to Diddy and a hurricane?
We will have to save the hurricane for next week because we are
Yeah,
at
we
our
can
hour
save it
thing, and
next
I
week.
do I do not want to talk about devastation before I go.
No. I'll come up with like a nice little thing for next week for Hurricane
Oh, like
Helene.
a PowerPoint like last time? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll
Yeah,
work.
because I mean, to be honest, like a lot of things do need to be said about like the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, because
I heard it was just as strong as Katrina. Is that true?
it's worse in my opinion. It's worse.
Worse.
Yeah, it's worse, and it goes over like what 5-6 states.
Wow.
Like, I think it's worse personally. Like the damage is like incredible. Like,
Guys, I feel so horrible because when you mentioned hurricane, I didn't even know a hurricane was happening. I didn't even know it had happened. Like I had no
Helene
idea.
came out of nowhere. Literally within like 3 days, hurricane like popped up, hit land. Like it was
But
so
it's
quick
like
and
causing
so
major
powerful.
devastation.
Is it really?
Yo,
Yeah.
it's so
Oh,
bad.
wow.
Yeah. Like all the way up to like North Carolina, Tennessee.
Oh wow. I had
Yep.
I had zero idea about this. I
Yep.
had no clue that this had
That-
happened.
The air toxicology reports I was reading earlier today is really bad from a chemical spill or chemical leak or whatever that spreads all the way down Florida all the way up to like North Carolina.
Oh shit.
Tasha, tell the truth. Is the apocalypse happening? Are we
Not
gonna
yet.
make it? Oh, okay. We're good?
We're good right now.
Alright. So I should buy more Omi?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If that's what you want to do.
We should probably buy a bunker. That's what we should buy.
Yeah, sell all your Omi for bunkers.
So
For
probably
bunkers.
not go to New York for Comic-Con with the diddler on the loose or his henchman.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna be on his territory.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And
Probably watch ourselves.
we just had a whole hour conversation about it. They're gonna be out to get us. Tasha, if we don't come back, you already know, girl.
You can
Just send them
you
my
can
way.
sell my portion. You can sell my portion of the podcast to the highest bidder.
Wow, so like the negative $5. Okay.
Yeah. We'll probably have to pay somebody to take it.
Yeah, right. I'll finally have an option for a new co-host. Can't wait.
Never that. Never. I'm irreplaceable, like Beyonce said, like the Beyonce song.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, Tasha,
Wow.
can you say
You want to
something
quote
nice?
Beyonce after this?
Can you say
I
something
can say
nice?
something. I can say something nice. John
Thank
is
you.
like my best friend right now.
Can you say something nice, not something irrelevant?
No, it's
John?
nice
Which
and
John?
relevant.
John, Labacorn John.
Labacorn John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
Shout
to fight him
out.
in a death match
Yeah,
in New
okay.
York.
Oh my
That's
god, would he
embarrassing.
take your spot
He's trying
on the
to
podcast?
he's trying to take my bestie. No, cause he's trying to call Tasha his bestie, and I'm like, hold on there,
What do you
bucko.
mean he's trying to take me? Like, yo, you never had me to begin with.
Are we not 47 episodes in? Like, this
I
is
mean,
sealed. Like, what are
but
you
is the
talking?
podcast not called We're Not Really Friends?
Yeah, but we
I
started the
mean,
podcast on
it's not
opposite day.
we're friends. We're besties.
opposite
That's
day?
not the title.
Y'all started the podcast on opposite day.
I think
Y'all
opposite day is
love
in
each
April,
other.
so
Vic,
disgusting.
can you tell Tasha to like just admit it and like get it over with? Like,
You both
No.
need to admit y'all's love for each other.
I barely have
Tasha
love for
did.
myself right now.
Tasha admitted it on the last episode of the season that one time. Remember? I got the receipts.
No. Did I? I thought it was like after it ended live.
Oh
and then you
no!
forced
Oh
me to
no!
do it. Oh.
You know what? I don't even need you to end. I'll just replay that. I don't need you to end with the
Yeah,
nice
so
word.
go replay that.
Do you have
I'm sure.
any last
Do you know
nice
what I
words,
think about
honey?
all the time, Max? I think about the fact that the amount of voice notes I've sent you, I feel like you save them on purpose just so that you can mix them around.
I don't save any of them. It says like Max has kept or whatever. I'm pretty sure yours says the same thing, that like I kept your voice notes, but I never keep any of them at all. It just says that for
You
some
can
reason.
save voice notes?
I think
I
so.
keep them.
I didn't know
Yeah, you
that.
keep them. I keep the
You
ones
keep
that
mine?
I roast.
Stalker?
I keep some of yours
How do you
Just-
keep them?
Weirdo.
because it gives you the option to keep, and I keep them, especially the ones that you're fucking trying to roast me for. The ones that you're always yelling at me. I'm like, I'm keeping this shit.
When we get off of this, send me a voice note that you've kept. I'm curious to see like
Okay.
what roast I was doing that day
I
or
don't
whatever.
know.
It's funny.
I'll try to see ya.
All right, we're out of here. Peace.
Bye,
Shut-
Tasha.
Bye.
Time to go make it
Bye,
rain out this hole. Let's go.
Love you.
Stop.